Paul McCartney and John Lennon maintained a complex relationship throughout their songwriting partnership, engaging in what could be described as a healthy competition that drove their creative process. According to music historian Ian Leslie, author of John and Paul, A Love Story in Songs, their collaborative rivalry became a key factor in the Beatles' extraordinary success. Leslie observed that while there was certainly competition between the two musicians, it functioned more as creative stimulation rather than outright antagonism. He noted that their rivalry differed from conventional competition because they weren't attempting to demonstrate individual superiority, but rather pushing each other to achieve greater musical heights. When one would compose something remarkable, it would inspire the other to respond with something even more impressive. This productive tension yielded numerous Beatles classics, including Please Please Me, Let It Be, and I Want to Hold Your Hand. Their typical creative process involved working separately before combining their efforts to refine each other's compositions. Leslie characterized their relationship as fundamentally collaborative despite its competitive elements. He explained that this dynamic didn't begin with the Beatles' dissolution. Tensions had been building during the band's final years. After their 1970 breakup, the former partners continued their dialogue through musical jabs, with Lennon's How Do You Sleep and McCartney's Too Many People serving as pointed responses to each other. The author emphasized that songwriting had always been their primary means of emotional expression, which explains why these post-breakup compositions carried such raw emotional power. According to Leslie, without regular personal contact, their songs became the medium through which they processed their complex feelings about the band's breakup and their fractured friendship. Leslie described this exchange as a form of long-distance communication, where musical compositions replaced face-to-face conversations. Both musicians reportedly felt frustration and disappointment about how their partnership had dissolved, with each assigning blame to the other through their lyrics. Their eventual reconciliation also played out publicly through music, with McCartney's Dear Friend serving as a musical olive branch. Leslie explained that this marked their transition from musical sparring to consciously rebuilding their friendship throughout the 1970s, demonstrating that their creative connection ultimately transcended their conflicts